Welcome everybody to the 2014 State of the County Luncheon. This luncheon is co-sponsored by the Johnson County Public Policy Council, which is comprised of 10 of the local chambers of commerce. My name is Paul Snyder. I work for Brighter G, and I'm here representing the Greater Kansas City Chamber of Commerce. The Public Policy Council's mission is to monitor legislative activities at the local and federal level, to engage local businesses and make sure that everyone is advocating for policies that are going to propel the county forward. We strive to foster strong partnerships with our legislators and to educate local businesses about issues that might impact them. We believe that we can most effectively work together by creating one single voice to legislate, to advocate for legislative priorities again that will help the county. At this point, I would like to ask you to all rise for the presentation of the colors, which will be posted by members of the Johnson County Sheriff's Honor Guard. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please join me in thanking the Honor Guard. Please take your seats. Before we break for lunch, I'd like to take a few moments to recognize the dignitaries that we have in the room. We will start with members of the federal delegation. Instead of going through each individual, because that will be well over half the room, if these groups can just stand, and then we'll do applause at the end. The first one I'd like to recognize are members of the federal delegation. Members of the Kansas State delegation, including the Attorney General. Mayors. Council members. Members of local school boards. Members of chamber boards. And water district members. Join me in thanking all those. So thank you all for attending today's special event, which is being live tweeted at hashtag State of the County, or State of County rather. So now please enjoy networking and enjoy your lunch, and we'll reconvene in about 30 minutes. At this time, it's my privilege to introduce Ed Eilert, the chair of the Johnson County Board of County Commissioners. Ed is certainly no stranger to all of us, having served in public service for more than 3 decades, including 24 years as the mayor of Overland Park. He's been on the commission and has been board chair of the commission since 2011, and before that served 4 years as the 4th District Commissioner. He's called this county home for nearly 50 years, has a background in public service, and was a teacher and then a financial investment advisor for a number of years, which leads to his ability to help navigate financial issues and progress issues for the county. Among his many endeavors, he's on the board of the Johnson County Research Triangle Authority, having been appointed by the Board of Regents, and is currently chairing that organization. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Ed Eilert.
Well, Paul, thank you very much. Thanks to all of you for joining us here today for the 2014 State of the County Address. I'd like to express my appreciation to the Johnson County Public Policy Council and to the Olathe Chamber, who is the host chamber today, for their support in coordinating today's luncheon. I also want to thank the leadership and members of our various chambers of commerce for the good work you all do every day that is so important to our community for helping to make Johnson County a great place to live by creating jobs and boosting our economy. I want you to know that your county government leadership stands ready to convene and cooperate in promoting the important work you do. So thank you all very much. I would like to acknowledge my fellow commissioners who are here today. So please stand and be recognized as I call your name. And if you want to applaud, that's okay, but wait till they're all introduced. Thank you. Jason Osterhaus, who's Vice Chair of the Commission, 4th District Representative. Ed Peterson, Commissioner of 1st District. Jim Allen, Commissioner, 2nd District. Steve Klicka, 3rd District Commissioner. Michael Ashcraft, 5th District. And John Topliker, 6th District. I would also like to recognize Sheriff Frank Denning, who I believe is here today. Frank, there's a lot of people out there, but thanks for being here. And Chief Judge of the District Court, Kevin Moriarty. I know the judge is here. Kevin, thank you. District Attorney Steve Howe was unable to be with us today, but I also want to recognize officially a couple of other folks who are here today. Attorney General Derek Schmidt. Derek, thanks for being here. Where are you at? Okay. And Secretary of the Kansas Department of Transportation, Mr. Mike King. Mike, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. And I want to recognize someone who is special to me, my wife Jan, who's with us today, my bride of 51 years. And thank you very much, dear, for standing with me at a lot of activities. You know, this program would not be possible without the help of some key folks in our Public Information Office, and I want to recognize those. Nancy, Gerald, Amber, Jody, Andy, and Natalie, thanks for your hard work in putting this program together today. Finally, I would like to thank all of our elected state and local officials who took time from their busy schedules to be with us today. Thank you all. We are here today to report on the state of our county. In general terms, we can describe the state of Johnson County in 3 words: where opportunity lives. That's why residents have come to our county, past and present, and are still coming. Last year, more than 8,000 people started calling Johnson County home. Now imagine this. If all of those folks had formed their own city, they would be the 42nd largest city of 628 communities in the state of Kansas. Our roots go back to the mid-1800s when in 1855 our county was created. Our history is as rich as those early days when our county was a crossroads for those who ventured west and southwest following the Oregon, California, and Santa Fe trails. The only real certainty that existed then was a chance for a new beginning and the opportunity to seek a new life, to start a business, to create communities, establish schools, and to gain successes. And in a different era, but with similar objectives, our DNA continues to drive our communities to new opportunities, to support top quality education from nationally recognized award-winning schools, to live and raise families in a safe, vibrant, attractive community, to have access to public services and outstanding amenities such as libraries, parks, and recreation venues for all ages, to start, build, or expand a business in a great location with strong markets and the infrastructure in place to support continued progress.
The opportunity to work. The opportunity to create businesses. The opportunity to earn. The opportunity to hire well-educated employees. Construction and growth are happening in every corner of Johnson County, whether new building or renovations, industrial or retail. All signs point to Johnson County as the place for opportunity.
Johnson County ended 2013 with an unemployment rate of 3.8%, compared with 4.5% at the end of 2012. The jobless rate for the state of Kansas stood at 4.5%, while the Kansas City metropolitan region finished the year at 5.4%, the Wichita region with a rate of 5.2%, and Topeka region at 5% even. Through the first half of 2013, which is the latest data available, the state of Kansas added approximately 13,400 jobs over the previous year. More than 9,100 of those jobs were created right here in Johnson County. In 2012, Johnson County accounted for approximately 48% of the jobs created in Kansas. In 2013, that 9,100 represents 68% of the jobs created in Kansas. Our business community now employs more than 316,000 workers. Their total wages were expected to exceed $16 billion in 2013, or nearly a third of the total wages statewide. These and other economic trends show that we're on the right track. For example, the number of new and existing homes sold in the county climbed 15% last year compared with 2012. That was the best year for home sales in the county since 2006. The average sale price on new and previously owned homes rose by 5.5% in 2013, the largest increase since 2004. And the total number of building permits for single-family homes increased 31%, and construction activity for multifamily units jumped almost threefold. The value of construction contracts that were let in 2013 was estimated at more than $1.5 billion. That was an increase of $175 million from the previous year. And we welcomed the opening of 324 new businesses last year here in Johnson County. Providing a high quality of life allows us to attract and grow businesses and strengthen the foundation for future success. We should all take pride in what our community has to offer and where opportunities abound. All signs show that we have navigated through a significant economic storm, one that has affected all of us, whether private or public. But through all of those challenges, we now look forward to favorable winds and future opportunities as our economic momentum continues to grow. The state of our economy can be summed up in a different version of the 3 R's. I call it resilient, ready, rebounding. But we should never forget that the traditional 3 R's have been the biggest driver of our county's success. When families think about moving to Johnson County and when companies consider location options, they take notice of our excellent K-12 schools, both public and private in Johnson County, our outstanding community college, the KU Edwards campus, K-State Olathe campus, Mid-American Nazarene University, and other higher education opportunities. In the past year, Blue Valley's Mission Trail Elementary School in Leawood became a national Blue Ribbon school. 23 Johnson County schools received 2013-14 Governor's Achievement Awards, representing a third of the state's 70 school recipients. And Lindsay Constance, a teacher at Shawnee Mission's Blue Jacket Flint Elementary School in Shawnee, won a Presidential Award for Excellence in Mathematics and Science Teaching. And Blue Valley North teacher Maria Worthington and retired Olathe South teacher Kathleen White were named Kansas Master Teachers. Our students have benefited greatly from the opportunity for an excellent education from their dedicated teachers. 62 students have been named 2014 National Merit Finalists. 10 students earned perfect scores on the ACT, while Gavin Zhu, a Blue Valley West student, achieved perfect scores of both the ACT and the SAT. And Vanya Shivasankor, a student at California Trails, 7th grader from Olathe, will again compete in the National Spelling Bee in May after finishing 5th last year. We wish her good luck in using her amazing talent in having the right words come to mind without having to use spell check. Our school systems are the county's crown jewels. Companies come here or are created here. Many remain here and expand here. Why? Because we have one of the most highly educated and qualified workforces in the nation right here in Johnson County. One of our Johnson County partners involved in supporting and creating new job opportunities, the Enterprise Center of Johnson County, will celebrate its 25th anniversary of operation this year. Last July, new CEO George Hansen was hired, bringing a wealth of business experience, including new business development, private equity work, and venture capital experience. One of the first things George did was to measure success or lack thereof in previous years of operation. The 10-year look back resulted in some amazing return on investment numbers. In the past decade, 65 companies developed in partnership with the Enterprise Center. They raised $261 million in capital and provided jobs to almost 1,100 workers, direct jobs, who were paid $324 million in wages. Another 2,380 indirect jobs and $603 million in wages benefited from those endeavors. Sales revenue from these companies supported by ECJC totaled $206 million. For Johnson County's $400,000 a year investment in the past decade, the economic value of the ECJC supported companies was $1.4 billion. This means every $1,000 in investment yielded $312,000 in return. That was more than threefold return on the investment. Companies like Aratana went public last year. Rhythm Engineering, Zave Networks was bought out by Google. Rush Tracking Systems, only 4 of the many companies who were brought up through the Enterprise Center of Johnson County programs. George also provides an energy that we believe can take ECJC to new levels of success in promoting new businesses and creating new jobs in our county. There's no question, ECJC is an important part of what makes Johnson County a place of opportunity. Over the past year, much has occurred in economic development throughout our county. But instead of me talking about those activities, I've asked my fellow commissioners to share some bragging rights about new businesses and projects in their districts.
Excitement is building here in Merriam at I-35, where the iconic blue and gold IKEA facility is under construction. IKEA Merriam has created 500 jobs during construction and is expected to employ an additional 300 people when the store opens this fall. IKEA projects that this store will generate more than $80 million in annual sales. While IKEA is one of the biggest new retail projects happening, we have other mixed-use developments to report. For example, in the city of Leawood, there are the recently completed Mission Farms and Park Place projects that combine retail space with residential and commercial office space. Tiny Westwood, an area of less than a half square mile, has $95 million of commercial facilities under planning and ready to build. In addition, the city of Fairway has seen the construction and opening of the new clinical research facility of the KU Medical Center, which is part of the Johnson County Research Triangle. As you can see, there's lots of activity in District Number 1. Good job, cities, in fostering and promoting the redevelopment of our community.
Right now, I'm inside the Westlink Business Center, a large commercial industrial building. This is the first large industrial building built in Shawnee since 2000. This building is part of an 80-acre master plan business park that will include 7 buildings and more than 1 million square feet at full build out. We have a lot of retail news happening in District 2 as well. Just down the road stands Johnson County's newest Walmart at K7 and Johnson Drive. Shawnee Mission Hospital has just completed a major expansion of their facility at K7 and Prairie Star Parkway. New shops and restaurant space along Shawnee Mission Parkway are a result of redevelopment, which will be vital throughout Johnson County in the coming years. We're excited about all the commercial construction in District 2. If it's new construction as this building or the renovated construction that's going on in many areas in the shopping centers in District 2, they all add a tremendous asset to Johnson County.
Today I have the pleasure of being in front of a major development, the newest gem to the county, and actually one of the largest developments taking place in the nation. Welcome to Prairie Fire, a 58-acre mixed-use development that is already the home of national retail tenants REI and Fresh Market. Additionally, there will be luxury apartments and the focal point of the project, the Museum of Prairie Fire. This 41,000 square foot museum will host world-renowned exhibits from the American Museum of Natural History. Traveling a little further west, Corbin Park's 1.1 million square foot retail village is projected to have more than 10 million customers each year. Its Tuscan-inspired architecture, well-known anchors like Von Maur and Lifetime Fitness are now complemented by new dining such as Firebird's wood-fired grill and new retail such as Sprouts Farmers Market, Mode, Steinmart, and the 225,000 square foot Shield Sporting Goods currently under construction. As you can see, exciting things are happening in Southeast Johnson County.
Over the last year, thousands of jobs have come to the 4th District. That's right, I said thousands with a T. Many of them are for companies that are brand new to the area. Teva is a groundbreaking new company doing a lot in the field of research and neuroscience. And in this new building, they will have the ability to expand their business and grow to an eventual 400 jobs. While we welcome new businesses to the area, it's gratifying to see our homegrown businesses thrive and grow as well. And 2014 is off to a great start with the announcement of InTouch Solutions expansion plans. Their plans not only retain 340 jobs in Johnson County, they also plan to add 350 jobs over the next 5 years. Now, in the past year, we've seen continued revitalization in older parts of the county as well. One example being the Lorax building, an infill project in downtown Overland Park. Friends, there are some exciting things going on in the 4th District, both with new companies and new jobs, redevelopment, new infrastructure. There's a million things that you can be excited about. I know we are at the county, I know you are, and we're looking forward to 2014.
It may not look like much at the moment, but right now I am standing in the middle of the 1,000-person ballroom of the new Olathe Embassy Suites Hotel Conference Center. Welcome to Johnson County, and welcome to the heart of America. Embassy Suites will begin moving dirt in March, so by the time we see this at the State of the County address, work will be underway. The formal groundbreaking will soon be in April, opening fall of 2015. And just north of here, the city of Lenexa will be opening the City Center, which will include a Hyatt Place Hotel, conference center, luxury apartments, office, and some great new restaurants. And the project that will unite these two great communities is the Johnson County Gateway Project. It will be the largest and most complex interchange project in the state of Kansas history. We're proud to be partners with the state of Kansas. Work will begin in May, so get your shovels ready and get ready to grow.
A common sound we hear in Johnson County is the sound of trains. That sound is symbolic of the boom in economic development happening right here in Edgerton at the Intermodal Logistics Park. These massive projects are creating more than 13,000 jobs and $70 million in annual revenue that can help fund Johnson County schools, libraries, and parks. Just 7 miles from the Intermodal, you'll find the largest spec building ever built in the Kansas City metro. The I-35 Logistics Park in Olathe is home to a new 821,000 square foot warehouse that is state-of-the-art and LEED certified. Not all construction happening in District 6 is industrial. The new Olathe Community Center will open in July 2014. This 72,000 square foot facility will feature an indoor family aquatic center like nothing else in this area. This is District 6. It's a good place to live and work.
Johnson County. Opportunity lives here.
Commissioners, I don't know what will happen at Academy Awards time, but great job. Thank you very much. County government has evolved over the past few years. It is leaner, more nimble, more responsive, and more focused. Our fiscal year 2014 budget maintains a constant mill levy, which remains the lowest in the state, eliminates a projected structural deficit that has loomed in past budget cycles, achieves a funding balance by carefully controlling expenditures and cost-saving measures in tandem with stabilizing revenues brought on by an improving economy, and for the first time in recent memory, does not include reductions in funding of public services. Once again, the rating agencies have reaffirmed Johnson County's best possible bond rating, the AAA. Moody's, Standard & Poor's, and Fitch Services all reached the same basic conclusion. We are fiscally responsible and strong with budgeted reserves, and our financial outlook remains positive. That reaffirms our stewardship of taxpayer funds and allows us to finance critical projects at the lowest possible cost to our residents. During the recession years, our employees have shouldered a heavier burden. As the county's population continued to grow, demand for services increased, and the organization shrank. It has been said before, but bears repeating. Our greatest strength and asset in our organization is our talented and dedicated employees. In streamlining our operations, county government has encouraged employees to engage in activities encouraging efficiency and accountability in providing the public services that our residents deserve and expect. However, it's not just about saving money. It's also about employees attaining the highest standards as a high-performance organization. Leadership training at all levels in our workforce has been implemented. Together, we are striving to build a government organization that is more responsive and more responsible, where employees have a seat at the table and a voice in determining the best way to deliver public services. Work on the fiscal 2015 budget has already begun, and we want to provide more opportunities for public input in that process. Starting this week, we launched an online budget simulator. It allows citizens to submit their county service priorities and how they are willing to financially support their rankings in balancing the county budget for next year. The budget simulator will be available through May 9 and accessible through the county's website at www.jocogov.org. And in April, county commissioners, county management, and members of the county budget staff will participate in a series of public forums in each of the 6 districts in Johnson County. The forums will provide residents information on the budget process and initiate general discussions about the financial priorities for the county. With many of our e-government initiatives, we continue to move towards a user-friendly environment promoting broader, real-time public access to our services and programs via the internet. The tech accessibility works as well on smartphones and tablets as it does on computers. Johnson County recently launched a new improved, easier-to-navigate website with searching options to further expand our ability to promote e-government services, such as online vehicle registrations and credit card payments for services. It will allow us to establish a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week virtual county government where people can take advantage of our services at their convenience. This week, Johnson County is mailing out its first ever publication, JoCo Magazine, to more than 230,000 households. Copies of the magazine have been placed at your table today. JoCo Magazine was created to help fill a communications void identified by the 2013 Community Survey and previous surveys as well in better connecting our citizens to their county government. It is important that county government uses all available platforms, including by web and by mail, to share information and invite dialogue. That's why it's important to embrace social media. If you haven't already done so, you can like us on the county's Facebook page or follow us on Twitter. We are always sharing information about county news, services, and programs and important events in our community in whatever ways we can, so please stay tuned and informed. As you know, county government is actually a balance between the infrastructure or hardware and the people-oriented software in our community. We care for the most vulnerable in our community, including children and seniors. With the emergence of the retiring baby boomers, our aging population will continue to increase by leaps and bounds. A recent report by the Mid-America Regional Council states that 60 adults in the metro region now turn 65 years old every day. So happy birthday. You know who you are. 4 years ago, the census reported slightly more than 56,000 citizens in Johnson County were 65 and older. According to Mark, the 65-plus population in our county is projected to reach more than 94,000 by 2020 and 137,000 in 2030, a 144% increase in that 20-year period of time. Another trend in the years and decades to come is a growing diversity. Census numbers show Johnson County is a melting pot of languages with origins that span the globe. For instance, the 2010 U.S. Census reported a 59% increase in the Hispanic population in Kansas since 2000. Johnson County saw an increase of 117% in that population, the largest increase in Kansas. Johnson County is a great place for everyone of all faiths, races, and ethnicities to live. The American dream is best realized when our diversity is celebrated and respected by all. Our human services mission continues to be at the heart of what we do. We help feed the hungry through the county's 6 human services departments, multi-service food pantries, and the Meals on Wheels program. County employees participate in an annual Feed the Need food drive that has collected more than 3 million pounds of donations since that project began. Last year, our Feed the Need campaign raised more than 500,000 pounds in donations to benefit not only the county's 6 food pantries, but also to help in stocking the shelves of 4 nonprofit food pantries. We advocate for the mentally ill and the developmentally disabled. We provide mental and public health services. We assist residents of all ages who need and rely on our public services until their lives improve. Every day, in many different ways, Johnson County government touches people's lives. Some impacts are small, some are large, but every one is important. Johnson County has also invested in a strong infrastructure system to help support developmental demands to accommodate businesses and population growth. One important program that has completed 30 years of successful implementation is the County Assisted Road System Program, or CARS. It provides shared funding with cities to develop major arterial road networks throughout the county, as well as provides funding for maintenance of non-arterial streets. The program also ensures the connection between our cities and counties is in place and is maintained as our communities grow and benefit because of this shared effort. CARS investments have totaled more than $270 million and have helped fund over 500 projects in constructing new roads and other roadway improvements since the program began in 1984. This year, CARS is earmarking $13.4 million to fund 21 projects in a dozen cities. Another asset of our county is our parks and open green spaces. Johnson County has more than 9,700 acres of parkland and offers thousands of recreational and learning opportunities for our residents each year. Last year, our parks, golf courses, and recreational facilities attracted more than 7.3 million visitors. That's about 2.5 times the population of the state of Kansas. The Johnson County Park and Recreation District is now in the process of updating MAP 2020, the district's master action plan adopted in 2001 as a blueprint for managing the county's parkland and recreational resources through the year 2020. This comprehensive planning initiative will reevaluate and update MAP 2020's recommendations and implementation strategies beyond the year 2020. Johnson County Library also serves a large audience in our community. Last year, the library system had more than 2.4 million visitors. That's more than the combined attendance at the Kansas City Chiefs and Kansas City Royals. Our library system is midstream of a crystal ball look regarding future library services by reviewing and updating its 2009 Facilities Master Plan. The goal of this study is to build upon, enhance, or modify the plan and recommend the optimum library system that is able to meet the needs of our community today and into the future. The planning process over the last year has been collaborative, drawing on the expertise of our library board trustees, library staff, city mayors, school superintendents, county commissioners, and county staff. All of these voices have helped shape the Master Facilities Report that will be presented to the Johnson County Library Board in April. All of these projects have provided the essential infrastructure for the benefit of our residents in supporting opportunities for economic growth and for building successful communities. Henry Ford once said, "Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success." As I consider the success of our communities and what the future holds, I looked back to my years as an investment advisor and a lesson learned about maintaining successful organizations. The time was the early 70s, before President Nixon left office, when the market discussion was about a possible recession and what companies would thrive or survive during that uncertain period. The conventional wisdom identified a list of companies which would and could survive whatever happened to the economy. These companies were such strong product leaders in their industry that you could buy their stocks and always make money. One of those companies was called Eastman Kodak. Kodak was about $120 a share. Eastman Kodak, which began in 1889, was an iconic part of 20th century Americana. Kodak invented the first digital camera and yet was unable to understand the changes that invention would necessitate in their business model. And as a result, years later, had to file for Chapter 11 protection. Now, Kodak is only one story of many that demonstrates success today does not necessarily mean success continues tomorrow. I recently listened to a Charlie Rose interview of several early Silicon Valley pioneers, one of which was a gentleman by the name of Mark Andreessen. Mark grew up in Cedar Falls, Iowa, attended the University of Illinois at Urbana. While at the university, he worked on a research project called Mosaic, which was an early attempt at something called an internet web browser. He spent a summer as an intern at one of the government supercomputer centers, and following his time at the university, went to a place in California called Silicon Valley. Mark began to perfect the research project he had worked on at the university, which he renamed Netscape. A few short years later, he sold that browser system to AOL for a reported $4 billion. He started his own private equity organization, invested in many new technology concepts, and today serves on the boards of several tech companies, including Facebook and Hewlett-Packard. Charlie Rose asked Mark why he was able to enjoy so much success in identifying the companies he invested in. Andreessen replied, he wanted to know what the valued product of an organization was. And did they know, or was the organization prepared and committed to delivering that product? For instance, he said, the valued product in technology is innovation. And without the ability and commitment to deliver that valued product, there will be no success. Those two words, valued product, have stuck with me, and I think should have significant meaning for all of us. Whether delivering private goods and services or governments providing public service, understanding the importance of being able to deliver our valued product will determine the level of success we are able to achieve. And as we think about our community and what our tomorrows will bring, maintaining Johnson County as a great place to live, work, and raise a family, continuing to deliver that valued product will determine if opportunity continues to live in Johnson County. Only our collective efforts focused on building and investing for the future will make it so. Thank you. Have a great 2014.